Dodie, shut up! Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Imai and today is Beat TV Tuesday. Beat TV is a series on my channel where I watch an episode of a TV show while we put our makeup on. I should really change that intro to say cartoons, huh? I'm going to do live action shows. Maybe I should do live action shows for April. But I know you guys have been requesting some episodes, so today I'm going to do a requested episode. I know in my vlog I said that I would be continuing Criminally Underrated March, but then I was like, back to my logic from last week. If they don't know the show, they don't know to Google the show, they don't see my video, I don't get traction. So is it selfish? Kind of. But put you on to some new shows, but I don't know if I'll do it continuously for a month. I might just throw them in there, you know, surprise y'all sporadically. So today we're doing another episode of As Told by Ginger. I can't lie, y'all, after this one we might have to give our girl Gingy a break, because I think that is the most amount of videos I have on my channel are As Told by Ginger videos. But this one was requested in one of the comments last week, and I was like, oh, I remember this episode. This episode annoyed me a little bit, so we're gonna talk about it. This week we are watching season 1 episode 9 called The Right Stuff. I'm sorry, I'm like dropping my stuff everywhere. We're watching The Right Stuff, so let's get into it. So the episode begins and the girlies are standing. I put on way too much foundation. The girlies are standing outside of Lucky High School. And of course, Dodie's being dramatic, giving her whole speech about how high school is the very essence of the teenage experience, and Macy is so lucky to be going to high school because she's taking a French course at the high school. Now, this, I don't know, my middle school and my high school weren't very far away, but this was like, oh, I just got myself in the eyeball. This was like never the case. Like there would be high school level courses at the middle school, like they would just teach a more advanced curriculum, but no, we didn't get like transported to the high school. Did anyone's school do that? Like we never got transported to the high school to take those classes. They just updated the curriculum, which seems like the smarter, more economic decision. So they're talking about this class that Macy is taking at the high school, the French class, and Macy's nervous. She's like breathing into her paper bag, and Ginger's kind of reassuring her like, but it's just high school French class, you're good at French, like you'll be fine. Plus Courtney's gonna be there, like you're not gonna be all by yourself. And Ginger and Macy's just concerned, like these are high schoolers, like there's more on their mind than just French, like they are advanced. Macy's kind of like, yeah, Courtney's gonna be there, but we're not like friends. And Courtney comes out of her limo and she's in her super cute French attire. I feel like one day I should make a video like recreating some of the most like fashionable cartoon outfits to see if they would work in real life. I feel like that'd be something like super fun to do. Let me know if you guys would want that one day. But she pops out in her cute little French outfit and she's so excited to go to this high school French class. Like she made up a fake name, a fake French name for Macy and a fake French name for herself. Like she is. And then like these two, I'm like dropping everything. These two girls pop up and they're like, oh look, little preteens. Because their middle school is directly across the street from the high school. Never heard of that in my life. Do you guys have that? And these two high school girls are like, look, they got lost on the way to the playground. You guys better make your way back across the street. And Courtney goes, who retired and made you crossing guard? I'm like, burn. So they have a little tiff back and forth. Of course, Courtney keeps it classy because that's our girl. And Ginger kind of admires how, you know, Courtney stood up for them, and she's like, well, standing up for yourself is something that you got to do in high school. Like, your confidence has got to be, like, unshakable. And I'm like, that's more than just high school. That's got to be life, girl. Period. So, Courtney and Macy walk into French class at the same time. And Courtney's just being, like, her cute, like, charming self. And she goes, this is not relevant, but I kind of want to bring it up anyway. She goes, oh my god, I have that skirt in the same color. Jinx! never heard Jinx used that way before. Is that a thing? Do you guys do that? I just keep asking y'all questions. No, but like for real, I've never heard it like that before. Like I would thought it'd be like twins, twinsies, like we're cute, but like Jinx. But the two girls walk in and they are like visibly annoyed with Courtney, and Darren's older brother Will is also in this French class. So Darren's brother is kind of like, do I know you? To Macy, and she's like, well, I've been around your house before. I hang out with your brother Darren, like we're kind of a group. And she introduces Courtney to Will, and Courtney is obviously like smitten by Will. Like she's like doing her little giggle, and I feel like, I don't know if this is the first instance we've seen of Courtney smitten by Will. Like I can't remember if the school dance episode where she accidentally invites Darren but means to invite Will, I can't remember if that's before or after this, but like it's like a thing that occurs in more than one episode. So the French teacher comes in and she tells Courtney and Macy to, you know, tell the class a little bit about themselves. And Courtney talks about how when she was a kid, her mom would take her to France for the fashion and the shopping. And then Macy kind of says like, you know, haven't been to France, but I like French food and I have a pool. And she's like, oh, piscine, no pool. I didn't think I would ever mention this, but I took French in high school, and I was so bad, I got kicked out. She was like, she gave me a letter, and she was like, hey, yeah, maybe French isn't for you. I'm like, oh, okay. And it wasn't. So I got kicked out of French class because I was failing so bad. And then Will Patterson is like dapping up his friends, and he's like, oh yeah, she got a pool. Pools are cool. I know I've been giving y'all the same look, the same makeup look every week, but I know y'all aren't here for the makeup. Y'all are here for the commentary. So the teacher is pulled out of the class for whatever they pulled her out of the class for. And the class, of course, they just start turning to their friends and talking. And Will is still talking about how cool pools are, and Courtney's like, I have a pool, but you know, it's closed because we're waiting for a shipment of fresh French mineral water to go in the pool. Okay, girl, I love you, but you make it so hard sometimes. And those two girls from the beginning that have just been on Courtney's case the whole time are sitting in the back of the class, like overhearing this conversation, and they're just getting more and more like annoyed with Courtney. And girl, y'all are haters. Like, shh, shh, shh. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. And Will is like talking to Macy, and he's like, you ever think about throwing a pool party? And she's like, oh no, my parents are out of town, like I would never do that. And then Courtney takes it upon herself to be like, y'all heard it, pool party at Macy's house. And Macy's like, don't volunteer my space. I guess this is after class. Macy like runs to the bathroom, and poor girl is like having a panic attack because she's so nervous about this pool party she's going to be throwing that's unsupervised, that she didn't even want to have. And the two girls from French class walk into the bathroom while she's like in the stall panicking, and they are just talking hella shit. So I guess these girls are into Will Patterson because they are just talking about how Courtney is so obnoxious, trying to sink her hooks into Will, and how, you know, she triple flipped her hair to get his attention, and, you know, she better not use this pool party as a way to get even closer to him. And one of the girls is like, you know, I wouldn't put it past a little stuffer to do something like that. And the other one is like, stuff. I don't know if they've even like mentioned these girls' names so far yet, but y'all know I'm bad at names, so it's possible that they did, but I don't think I heard it. And the other one is like, stuffer? And then she's like, oh, certainly, like she definitely stuffs her bra. And then the blonde one is like, oh, well then this pool party could be so much fun because we can make things a little interesting for Miss Courtney. She decides that at the pool party, she can try to rip off, this is so hard, try and rip off Courtney's bikini top and expose her for being a bra stuffer. And at that moment, well, Macy in the stall, she had her feet up on the like toilet so that she wouldn't be heard. in there, or like her feet wouldn't be seen at the bottom. And then at that moment, like her foot slips, she accidentally like flushes the toilet with her foot, and then the door swings open and the girls sort of threaten her and are like, you better not tell anyone what you heard, or threats. I don't know. So outside of the school, Courtney is with Ginger and Dodie. How did I forget her name, girl? She always be causing mess, just not in this one. She's with Ginger and Dodie, and she's talking about how like Macy's doing so well in high school. She just invited the whole French class to the pool party, and Ginger and Dodie are kind of like, well, she has to invite us, right? And they're like, duh, of course she has to invite us, like we're besties. So Macy catches up with them, and she's like visibly shaken and nervous, and like she just doesn't want, she's like very much So the girls are all at Ginger's house, and they are going over like the details for the party. And Dodie's talking about setting up a makeout room, and they're talking about having a lifeguard come over. I like that. I like that they're having a lifeguard. Very smart, very safe. So, Macy is not having any of this conversation as it's happening. She is like super uptight, and Ginger's like, all right, what's going on? Like, you're usually uptight, but not this uptight. Like, are you good? What's happening? And Macy kind of tells her, like, I'm holding on to this secret, and I'm being threatened with the rest of my public school education, and it's gonna be like horrible for me, and like if they find out that you know, it might be horrible for you too. I feel like this is the scene where their names are finally revealed to us. They're Chantal and Andrea, by the way. So she's not allowed to tell she's not allowed to tell Ginger and Dodie what's going on, so she does like a charades thing with them to like decode what's happening. But back at Courtney's house, she's sitting down with Miranda trying on bikinis, and she's discussing how she can successfully like stuff her bra while in the water. And honestly, I feel like bra stuffing is like a rite of passage. I feel like if you didn't stuff your bra in like middle school, you're a liar. There's no way you didn't stuff your bra in middle school. No freaking way. I feel like we all did it. I feel like I look bad. But at that moment, Blake comes into Courtney's room, and he is carrying like a package of whatever, and there's bubble wrap in the package. And Courtney kicks him out of the bedroom, and as he leaves, the bubble wrap comes out of the package and lands on her floor, and that gives her the idea to put the bubble wrap in her bikini top as stuffing. Back at Ginger's house, they finish their game of charades to figure out like what's going on with Courtney and the pool party. And Ginger's kind of like, you know, even though Courtney's not our best friend, we just can't let the girl get humiliated like that. Like that's messed up. We can't do that. And Macy's like, no, we can let that happen to her, because my high school reputation, like, I will be dragged through the mud. And just like, if we don't stand up to them now, like, what's going to happen when we're actually in high school? Like, what are they going to be doing to us then? And then Macy's just like, well, I can cancel the party. And she's like, no, they'll know why you canceled the party. And Ginger decides, you know, Courtney can wear one piece, and then that way her bikini top can't come off. So Ginger calls her on the phone and tries to convince her to wear a one piece to the party. And Courtney just kind of gives her the rundown, like, this is the trend right now. Two pieces are all the rage. I have to wear a two piece. Like, I'm not going to be off season with my swimsuit. I have to look good. So their new plan becomes to just keep Chantal and Andrea away from Courtney. So at the party, Chantal and Andrea pull up, and they are just pressing Macy a little bit, like, you haven't told Courtney, have you? And Macy's kind of shook. So at the party, there's like normal party stuff, like throwing people in the pool, which I'm firmly against. Hate that. People making out in like a closet, and then just like normal party stuff. And then Chantal and Andrea come stomping through the party looking for Courtney. Like, baby, chill. So Courtney's chatting it up with Will, Darren's brother, and Ginger pulls up to talk to Courtney just to like run interference in between Courtney and Chantal and Andrea. So Chantal and Andrea offer Courtney to play a game of chicken, like that game where you're on the top of somebody's shoulders in the pool and you like try to knock the other one off. And that's how they plan on like taking off her bikini top. And Ginger pulls Courtney to the side. She was like, Courtney, I really gotta talk to you. And before Ginger has like the actual time to tell her like, hey girl, this is what's happening, she's like, there's no need for you to be jealous of my new high school friends. You'll always be my middle school friend. And like kind of writes her off and walks away. And I cannot lie, if that was me, I'd be like, okay, what happens next? It's out of my hands. I did what I could do for you. You don't want to hear me? Fine. I've done my part. So while everyone is playing chicken, it's like 4 different teams, I guess, playing chicken. Macy's in the pool on Darren's shoulders. Courtney's on Will's shoulders. Chantal and Andrea are playing with like random people. But then one of them is just in the pool. I actually don't know which one is Chantal and which one is Andrea. But as Courtney is like playing with either Chantal or Andrea, I'm going to call the blonde one Andrea and the brown-haired one Chantal. While she's playing with Andrea, Chantal sneaks behind her and unties her bikini strap. And as that's happening, Macy leaps over with her pool floaty to cover up Courtney before anyone can see her, and her bikini top does go into the pool and the bubble wrap is exposed in the pool. And of course Dodie's ass is like, I knew it. I knew she stuffed her bra. Like, shut up. This is not what this is about. And Ginger fishes it out of the pool with like with a net, and then the referee is like, referee? Lifeguard? He's like, party over. Everyone out the pool. Get out. That's a violation. And I'm like, period, poo. Like, I wouldn't have gone as far as to say party's over, but y'all two definitely have to go. And as everyone's getting out of the pool, Will looks back at Chantal and Andrea. He goes, way to go, losers. And I'm like, look at this. You did all this because she was getting under your skin, messing with this guy, like just literally just having casual conversation with this man. And now what did you do this for? Because he thinks you're losers. And honestly, I do too. Everyone else does. Like, you did all this for what? And they got the nerve to be talking shit as they're leaving. Like, cause she's still covered up in the pool floaty. And one of them goes, nice floaty, preteen. Like, oh. And then Courtney is like, you know, Ginger tried to tell me and I'm sorry I wasn't listening, and you know, I know who my real friends are. And then of course Dodie's social climbing ass is like, she called us her real friends. Like, Dodie, shut up. Wrap up the B plot, which was something to do with Carl and Hoodsy at the science fair and something, I don't know, I can't lie, I skipped through that part. I was only here for the main. And episode over, they did the right thing. Okay. Oh my god, I thought for the second, I thought the episode was called The Right Thing. It's called The Right Stuff. How does, like, what grade are they in? 7th grade? 7th grade? Season 1, they're in 7th grade? How does a 12-year-old have y'all so pressed? Like, chances are Will Patterson is like 14, 15, 16. Like, he's not going after this 12-year-old. How does this 12-year-old have you so pressed? Y'all are fucking weird. When I was 16, I had no thoughts about 12-year-olds. None. I don't care. How does this girl have you so pressed? All she did was show up in her beret, in her little low bun, in her cute outfit, and just, like, flirt and be cute. Like, the insecurity. First of all, y'all are wearing side ponytails. Maybe address that. Why are you wearing side ponytails? And I know y'all about to be in the comments like, it's 2003, side ponytails were the... No. So I feel like side ponytails are ugly. And if I've ever had a side ponytail in my life, it's because it was an accident and it was off-centered. I hate a side ponytail unless it's being braided like a low pony and you braid it down or something, like, or it's a ponytail to the back and you swing it over your shoulder. Perfectly fine. But why are we sitting here walking around like this? Who said this was cute? Address your ponytail before you address Miss Grippling. It's not her fault she's cute and fly and all the boys are on her body. It is not her fault. Get right in here. Get right in here before you start pressing a 12-year-old over a man that don't want you. And barely even wanted Courtney. Remember in the episode with the dance where he was like, I wouldn't be caught dead at no high school stuff? At no middle school stuff? Yeah. And then remember when he said that again when they was having the party at the cemetery with Morticia or whatever the hell her name was, Letitia, Patricia, and he was like, a middle school party, I'm not going to that. He repeatedly makes it clear that Courtney is not what he wants. Why are you so pressed over a middle schooler as someone in high school? Like, as soon as I stepped foot in high school, middle school, what? What? As soon as I went to college, high school, what? High school, what? Why are you so pressed over a middle schooler? Because she's only here 2-3 days a week to take this class, and then for the rest of the week, she's across the street. And you have to go to the school with this man 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. But you think she has a one-up on you? Why? Because she's been to France and she's cute? Maybe you get cute. Maybe get right with yourself and the Lord. Amen. And I'm not even a Christian. Get right in here. Like, how are y'all both ugly on the inside and outside with them side ponytails and that bright lime green ass eyeshadow? And before y'all pull up a picture of me with green eyeshadow, I was not doing garage doors, okay? That was a sculpted glitter half cut crease. These girls straight up garage doors of lime green. Let's talk about it. Get right with yourself before you start pressing my girl because she ain't do nothing but be cute. This is pretty slander. Pretty bitch slander. Disgusting. Who cares if he's flat chested? We was all stuffing bras for the most part, unless you was one of those girls who had like triple D's at age 8. I feel like we all had a little assistance from our girl Kleenex. Middle school's hard. Mind your business. This is the complete opposite of when I was like, why does it matter? Everyone's 11 who has hair on their legs. Like, you're so insecure about nothing. I look back and I'm like, ooh, that was a bad take. That was kind of a bad take. Like, 11 is the ugliest time of your life, and you're mentally ugly too. You're gonna feel like shit about every little thing in middle school. That was kind of a bad take. And then in 6 months, I might look back on this video and think I'm wrong again. But yeah, that's all I have to say about this episode. Get right in here. Get right in here, because if a 12-year-old intimidates you at your big age, something's not right. Something's not right. Get good with you. Don't press her because she's cute. I think that's all I have to say this week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on Thursday with something that's not this. I don't know what yet, but it'll be something. And then I'll see you on Sunday with the weekly vlog. Have a good one. See you Thursday. Love y'all.